Hello YouTube, I am Demand2 from the Geek Corner and Evolutionary Games, and today we are reviewing Portal 2.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days.
As always, the first thing that struck me about Portal 2 is the tutorial, and it's not an obvious tutorial. It's very clever and very funny in how it makes you look up and down. And although the start of the game may seem slow, it does build up at quite a quick pace, never overwhelming the player with information.
You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music.
This is where everything really goes downhill, as you return to your bed and wake up quite far into the future.
You have been in suspension for 9.
This is where we meet our new friend, Stephen Merchant, who's playing our friendly robot.
You look, good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you... Don't answer that. That you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, alright?
Surprisingly, this gives the game another amazing opportunity to use a very clever tutorial system.
Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind, say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
The game quite literally throws you straight into Aperture Science facilities, where the portal blasting can begin.
There we go. Now, I'll be honest, you are probably in no fit state to run this particular type of cognitive gauntlet. But, at least you're a good jumper. So, you got the jumping on your side.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
And now for some actual gameplay. This game does an amazing job of mixing puzzler with first-person shooter action. The main concept of the game is to grab these small cubes and put them on the red switches. This then causes the door to open and allows you to get through. But it's not always as easy as that. The game does a fairly good job of starting simple and slowly building up the action. For example, at the beginning of the game you only have the ability to shoot a blue portal, with the orange portal already being made for you. This is good because it also forces you to do some things that you wouldn't have to do if you had the ability to shoot the orange portal, like jump really high and use the momentum to swing you through the air.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Now I guess I should probably explain this gun that I've been wielding around. This is the portal gun. Later on in the game it has the ability to shoot two portals, a blue one and an orange one. Like I said before, at the beginning of the game it's simple, and you can only shoot the blue one, like that. The blue portal leads to the orange portal. So for example, the blue portal I just shot allowed me to teleport to where the orange portal was. In this particular puzzle, I need to get that cube onto that switch, therefore raising the stairs. But then, the question is, what happens after I get up the stairs? The puzzle does not seem to be over yet, as I need another of the cubes in order to open the door. So, I need to use these two buttons, that flying cube, and that bridge type thing, in order to work out how to get that cube up to this platform where I want it. One thing I didn't mention earlier is that you can't shoot portals anywhere, and you need to find the right place to create them in order to complete the mission. I think it's about time we meet our antagonist, GLaDOS, the robot with a grudge. But what's this grudge for, you ask? Well, it depends if you've played the first game or not. If you've played the first game, then you'll remember murdering her. Now, she's back for revenge.
Did I do B? Did you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up, complete.
I don't... Okay, listen. Alright, new plan. Act natural. You've done nothing wrong. Hello!
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after after you murdered me.
You did what? Ah! Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh no, 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 no! Ah!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster. Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk.
GLaDOS is actually really scary. She is an amazing character, and I think that she really does make the game.
In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
This robot obviously has a grudge for you, but for good reason too. But you can't help but bring a grin to your face when she insults you.
Which involves deadly lasers, and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Unfortunately, this does bring me to my only complaint in the game. Every time you complete a puzzle, you're forced to re-enter one of these elevators. This really does break up the action, and it does not feel like you're doing puzzle after puzzle after puzzle, as you have to sit through a loading screen in between every single puzzle. Now, while this may seem annoying, and to be honest, while playing it is fairly annoying, it's never that bad, as before and after every loading screen, you get to experience GLaDOS saying, well, anything she likes.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode.
Soon, Portal 2 has you thinking on your feet while soaring through the air, grabbing cubes and placing them on red buttons, while shooting portals in order to survive. Meanwhile, in the background, GLaDOS tells you a little more about your living environment.
We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
Portal 2 is a great game which always keeps you on your toes and is fun and challenging too. If you enjoy puzzle games or FPSs and own a PC, Mac, Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, this game is definitely one to buy. Screen!